Welcome, friends. It is I, your host, Scarf, and it's time for our newest god. And there he is, Hi-Rez Studios. And he's a friggin' bee. Look at this guy. And look at these fluttering wings over here. So he's the 7th hunter, so he shoots with that arm thing he's got. I wonder if he throws it at you or if they just shoot out of it. I'm wondering about that. But that's cool to see. And as always, every time there's a new one, our settings get screwed with. So we got to set these back to maximum all over again. So let's set those to maximum. May as well show out if there's anything to the options. I don't think there is. These all look the same. Audio. Got to cut these down a little bit. Don't want these too loud or so it'll hurt people's ears. And there we go. Those apply on their own like that. Okay, so there it is. So there he is. So as usual, we're going to talk about all the patch stuff. And then we'll go over the gods. So let's get going. Alright, there he is. The bees are coming. Hi-Rez Studios. There he is. Alright, now I feel like a Cobb salad. Alright, so this guy's right here. Looks pretty cool right there. Looks pretty mean. He cocked his stinger, so that's interesting. It would be interesting if his stinger, after shooting at somebody, he can't do his range anymore. Okay, so here's an interesting thing here is the assault map is new. Yep, and here's a preview of what it looks like. And it looks pretty damn sweet. The next 4 days of content are going to be Hi-Rez Studios in Conquest, Arena, and Domination. If we can get him an Assault, that'd be great. But we will also be doing Assault with just Assault in general, so we can check out this map. So that'll be the next 4 days. What goes where, we will see as we go. We might do Assault in the middle of the Hi-Rez Studios, or we'll do it after, but we'll see what we do when we do it. Let's check out some skins here. Let's go ahead and look at Cobb first. So there he is, and here's his alternate skin. Sting! He's green. There you go. So does he glow when he's around certain enemies? That'd be pretty cool. Lord of the Rings reference. Look it up. Okay, so let's see here. Other ones are the Golden Noodle. Yeah, that's right. He's here. He's here, people. Oh, Kwong. Yep, look at that thing. I can't wait to see him bounce around, like noodle around, and I can't wait to see that. There's one mean-looking beardling right there. He just looks pretty wicked right there. He looks pretty good. And there's the black one right here. Also looks pretty good right there. He looks more metal because it's more leathery right there. But still, I'm in love with the chubby. Oh yeah, I got a little chubby here. I got a little chubby. So Ao Kuang has great skins. He really does. So that's there's a lot to choose from. That's pretty nice there. And the other skin is Artemis. So she's got a gold skin here, and let's check it out. And well, she got blue eyes. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's check the black one. But well, if you like her gold skin, good for you. That's I'll stick with this one. I'll stick with this one. But if you like it, good for you. Okay, let's check out the voice packs. Let's check out Hi-Rez Studios.
I'll defend middle lane.
Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Okay, so now we're using the freaking... Oh, we're getting ethnic here.
Enemies have returned middle.
This dude sounds like his throat is dry from too much tequila.
That's too bad. I'm returning middle lane. I'll gank left lane.
You're gonna say Holmes at some point, right?
Gank right lane. I'll defend left lane.
Dude, say Holmes. Say Holmes.
Hi. Sorry. Enemy missing middle.
Where's your sombrero?
I'll attack the gold fury. I'll defend. Attack left lane. Be careful left.
I know way too many guys who sound like that. And just that, oh my god, I can just remember so many people from high school right now that sound like that. That is great.
Attack the gold fury. I'll gank middle lane.
That is hilarious. That is just personally hilarious. Oh my god. Give him a sombrero or a bandana. Just have him say Holmes, and it's back at home for me. Oh my god. Ah, that's awesome. Oh my god, it is so dumb. Alright, that's great.
Falling back. Stay here.
Well, you gotta get, these gods have been everywhere, so they have different voices.
Attack left lane.
That is...
Attack the Minotaur.
That is just great. That is something special. Let's check out Bakasir. I already bought it. I didn't even listen to it. I bought it because it's Baka. You know I'm gonna play him. Let's hear it.
I'll defend middle lane. I'll attack the Minotaur. Attack the Minotaur.
It sounds like he's been getting voice lessons from Ymir.
Attack Fire Giant. Stay here. Enemy missing right. I'll
Right. Enemy missing right.
Return to base. Yes.
Yes. All right.
Follow me.
All right. I like it. It's kind of dark there. A little grumbly. I think it might be a little too grumbly, but it sounds good. I like it.
You're on fire.
You're on fire.
I'll defend the Minotaur.
That's awesome. And the other one is Hades. Listen to Hades.
I'm returning middle lane.
Ah.
Enemies incoming.
Is that the same voice actor for both of these guys?
I'm the greatest. Enemies have returned.
This sounds very appropriate to me. This really sounds like Hades to me.
Turn to base. I'll defend the Minotaur. Enemies in the right lane. I'm the greatest.
It sounds good to me. It really does. It really does.
Help left lane. I'll defend right lane.
I'm surprised when he says I'm the greatest. It's not like I rule the under and overworld or whatever, something like that. But there we go. That's pretty good there. I like it. I like it a lot.
Enemies at the Gold Fury.
Nice. Okay, so let's go over other things. So a bunch more guys have jump. I don't know if there's any guys who don't have jump now. So we got Agni, Amu-Zen-Kab, Aphrodite, Apollo, Bacchus, Changa. I want to see how that works. Does the bunny hop? Does the bunny hop? That's the question. Cupid, Hades, Hebo. Hebo hopping is going to be weird. What Jinx would like to see is his wave just goes up with him. Like he just makes a bigger wave. So Surfer would be interesting as well to see. Hell has a hop. Okay. Mercury, Odin, Thanatos, Tyr, Zeus, and Jean Kuei. The thing about hopping is really dumb. And I feel like they just want to make the hopping look as dumb as possible. Some of the guys like Ra's hop looks really friggin' dumb. And Alcong's hop looks kind of funny. And there's people who are, mad about them wasting resources on that. At this point, I've just accepted it. And I think it's just funny how dumb it is. And that's how it's always going to be. I just hope they don't go and add more than just hopping. Although someone, I can't remember, I don't know if they're joking or not that there's going to be twerking, and I hope to God they're joking about that. I really do. But we'll see about that. Other things to talk about. Any level can play Assault if I didn't say that earlier. There's a bunch of bug fixes. Now, other things to talk about are League and how basic attacks work. So let's talk about basic attacks first. So basic attacks now, and they use Hebo as an example. And I just got home, so I don't have an opportunity to talk to a numbers guy about this. Looking at the numbers, it just looks like it's mostly the same, but a little bit better because of the example they gave with Hebo. And that is, the old way basic attack works is you start at 35 base, and your level doesn't matter. But as you gain magical power, you hit stronger. So plus 25% magical power plus your base 35 is how much you do. The new way is you got your base damage at 34. You gain 1.45 per level, and then you get 20% magical contribution. So, let's see here. So, 20 levels, that's 20 times 1.45. Just say 20 times 1.5, so that's 30. So, at maximum level with no magical power, you get about 64 basic attack damage for a magical god. Okay. And then you get magical power contribution. And here's the examples they give. They give at level 1, the old way Hebo gets 35, and the new way Hebo gets 35.45. At level 10, say Hebo has 200 magical power. The old way he'll have 85, the new way he'll have 88.5. And then at the final level of 20, say he gets 600 magical power. Then he gets 185 physical in the old way, and the new way he gets 183. So I don't really get it. The example they give says if you basically have the same stuff, you get the same amount, but it's kind of weird. I don't get it. But the difference is if you don't have any magical power, you'll hit harder despite not having any magical power. For magical people, up to basically 20 damage. But then the contribution will affect it as well. And what does this really do? I think this really just helps out basic attack gods. So basically, it makes Kronos a little bit better, just a tiny bit better, because he doesn't have to rely on magical power as much. Makes Zeus a tiny bit better if you're relying more on basic attack than magical power. And any other god you're doing basic attacks with instead of magical power. And mostly it's just those two guys, but there's other gods you can do, and it works fairly well. So that's all I really see. But I'm not a numbers guy, and I didn't have a chance to talk to one, so I don't know if it really makes a huge difference or not. But if anyone's a numbers guy, just in the comments, help us out and tell us, because I don't know. The god rotation for free right now is Artemis, Isis, Kali, Sobek, and Vamana. And, oh yeah, they added a warning to the match lobby timer, so when there's 10 seconds left, it'll tell you, hey, pick a god if you haven't picked a god yet. Or the match is about to start. Now, the league section is, they've done stuff where you can look at other seasons besides your own season for the rankings and stuff like that. And your standing and just other standings and tier summaries and stuff like that. Personally, I am done with League. We didn't get into Silver, which surprises me because we were pretty up there, but we didn't do enough. And the reason why we're done with League is two things. One is we're going to be in Bronze forever because we don't have the time to do it. What happens is League rewards two things. Playing well, of course. You get a 10 streak, that's awesome. 10-0, that's great. You get a lot of points for that, but it also rewards time. You can get an 11 streak, a 12 streak, a 13 streak. Just keep getting that streak going. Or you can lose 10 games and then get this big streak going, and then you'll do well. So it rewards playing well, having luck with a good team, and also time. And guess what we don't have, besides the awful luck we have, is we don't have time. Like, if I could play like 50 arena matches a month, I am or maybe 100, I'll get the rank ups, that's for sure. But I don't have the time to do that. We have so many videos we make, and with the streaming and all these other things that we do, that I'm not able to do that. So we're not going to see me really climb up the ladder too much in League. I might try to do it when I have free time, if I'm working whatever things and just streaming and not doing viewer games, which I'd rather do viewer games anyway, but I'll at least see if I can do it. But right now, it looks like we're not going to be doing any League games. And that's fine, because right now we're stuck in Bronze, and Bronze is actually worse than Casual right now. So it's better off just seeing Casual play than Bronze play. And that's just the way it is, unfortunately. I thought we were going to get into Silver, but we didn't. We apparently lost by a couple rank spots, so that sucks. We were on the bubble and we didn't get in, but that's how it is. Alright, up next, let's talk about items. Okay, not much going on with items, just 3 things. One is there is a new look for the Magi's Cowl. There it is right there, Magi's Cowl. Stone of Gaia, they fixed a bug for Gem of Gaia. And lastly, the Soul Reaver will now have a little thing, like a little passive showing up on your HUD that says when the Soul Reaver is ready to be used. So there you go. So those are the 3 little things for items. Let's get to gods now. So there weren't a lot of god changes, mostly fixes for bugs and stuff like that, or just little changes here and there, and 1 major nerf for Sun Wukong. Now, most of the changes are graphical stuff, but Agni got an interesting change, and that is his ultimate now activates the Polynomicon. Because what happened is this: all non-mana using abilities do not activate the Polynomicon originally. So that is Agni's ult, because it doesn't use mana, and Hell's ult doesn't use mana, do not activate the Polynomicon. Now this activates the Polynomicon, and I'm not sure if this activates it or not. But those are, if I remember correctly, those are the only 2 abilities that don't use mana. There might be others, I can't remember right now, but these are the only 2 I can remember that don't use mana, and I tested it. Polynomicon activates from everything except for anything that doesn't use mana. So I'm thinking originally it had a mana check. If it uses mana, then activate Polynomicon. I think that's the way it used to work. And now they added something so that Agni's ult now activates the Polynomicon. And I'm sure Hell's ult does not activate Polynomicon, because that would be kind of broken for her. So just looking down the line here, no major changes, too many things. Oh, here we go, Anubis. He now doesn't need to be able to completely land his 3 anywhere. He can land it regardless of walls now, so that'll help him out. Like, especially in like jungle areas where you just want to put that dang thing down, so there you go. Alright, Kronos has a slight nerf. Kronos is 2, the one that makes him faster. It's 8 seconds, now it is 7 seconds. So they've nerfed it by 1 second. We'll see how that goes. I don't really think that hurts his effectiveness too much. He's more than just that too. So he's still pretty dang strong, but that should nerf him a little bit. Is it enough? I have no idea, but we'll see as time goes on. Fenrir, little bug fix here. If you did your 3 on someone as they went back to base, you would teleport with them, then you would die. This used to happen with Arachne too, but they fixed that. So Neith, here's the change to Neith. So she now can not hit her wards if she wants. And now she can target Sun Wukong's decoy. And then we got Naya. Now here's something I need to check real quick, and that is their passive. So, yeah, they completely changed Naya's passive. Okay, so here's how the passive works. Every time Naya hits something with a basic attack, they gain 0.5 MP5 per stack, up to 50 stacks, which means 25 HP 5. That means you get 5 HP per second, basically. Or 25 HP per 5 seconds. That's what you get if you fully stack that. My problem with that is, dying. If you died, then you would help your team because you gave them a major heal. But my problem with this is, Naya is squishy as balls. And you go in, then you try to hit as much as you can before you die, and then you give a bunch to your team. Or you just kill someone and get the hell out. And this will help with more hit and run style Naya, but I don't know about this just because you're so squishy with Naya. I don't know how to think about that. I really don't know what to think about that at all. It just gives you good sustain though, so maybe that's good, that's fine. But strategically, sacrificing yourself in a team attack was just a great useful thing you could do for your team. So I currently prefer the old passive, but we'll see how I feel about the new one. Like, it's good for just Naya. This is a good one for just Naya, but it's not as good as the original passive when you think about it, just because of what Naya is. Naya is a god of self-sacrifice for the better good of the team, And now that's not there anymore. So if Naya still says, I'll take one for the team when they die, they need to take that the hell out. Because that shouldn't be there anymore. Because now this is a more selfish passive than the selfless passive that they originally had. So I will be a little miffed if they still have Naya saying something like that. We're skipping over Sun Wukong for a moment. Ymir's ultimate. You can now activate it 0.1 seconds after you cast it. It used to be 0.3 seconds. So you can do a little bit of damage if you want with this thing instead of the 0.3 seconds, because someone could get out of it in 0.3 seconds. In 0.1 seconds, no one's going to get out of that thing. You can hit people with that little bit of damage if you want. Zeus's ultimate, like Anubis' 3, can now be cast regardless of walls, which makes perfect sense. You should be able to aim it like that, and there you go. It'll really help for jungle aiming for sure. Zhang Kui has been slightly nerfed to his heal for his exorcism. That is, it was put down 5 points on his heal. So it used to be 25, 40, 55, 70, and 85. Now it is 20, 35, 50, 65, and 80. So it's a slight nerf to Zhang Kui. Is it enough? I don't know. People really do hate Zhang Kui, but we'll see how it goes. And now we can talk about Sun Wukong. Now Sun Wukong, what happened to him is this. They changed his cooldowns, where it used to be 15 across, now it's 18, 17, 16, 15, and 14. My problem with this is not the way you should have nerfed him. I don't think it was a nice ability. But it's the more you level it, the stronger it gets. And so you're going to get to that old cooldown pretty quickly anyway. The real nerf that needed to be done to this was either make the eagle not go as far, or make the eagle a little bit slower, or make the tiger do less damage or less stun, or the ox do less damage, because this ability right here is the bread and butter of Sun Wukong. You can do so many things with this, and you can just hurt people really bad. You can escape nearly anything with this. This thing is an amazing ability, and I don't think that's the correct nerf to it. Anyway, it's more of a rebalancing anyway, just because it goes, you can't do it as much at the beginning, but at the end you can do it more often than you used to. And that's not really a nerf or anything. That's not really... I think it actually just makes Sun Wukong better, because you have 1 second less cooldown when you max that thing out. So it's more of a, I guess, pacing rebranding for Sun Wukong when it comes to his 3. Now his passive is where he got nerfed, and that is, it's now 10 protection instead of 20 protection. So he has 10 less protection on him, and I don't really find this one appropriate, because he's already squishy. Even with the passive, he's still squishy. Even when you build him with armor and stuff, he still can't take too many punches. And that's just the way I've seen it and felt about him as I played with him. Is you can make him bruiser and he'll be alright, but he can still get taken down. But because of his ultimate, it's really hard to take him. Like, these two abilities, his ultimate and his 3 make it really hard to kill him. So fine with that. But if you CC'd him, then he was just done. But that's the same thing you can say for any god. But if he gets in a bad situation, he's pretty dang squishy, so I don't know about that. And his ultimate, with the change here, is that hard CC will now kill his clone. And I don't know how I feel about that. I thought it was pretty interesting that his clone, in fight and stuff, you can punch it and all these things, it does damage. But just one hard CC and it's gone. I don't know if that's the right nerf to it. I think I would have rather nerfed his healing or his damage. Or just, I don't know. But hard CCing his clone, I guess it's okay. But it's a weird one to me that it instantly dies if it gets hard CC'd. But you still have to punch it a bunch of times to kill it the other way. But, okay, so that's all the changes to the gods. This is interesting to see. And, anything really game-breaking? I don't think so. I think, these are all fine. I think this is little tweaks here and there to make things a little bit better for all the gods that have changes to them. Nothing bad at all from what I'm seeing. Nothing that I think is great and nothing that I think is wrong. It all just seems like, okay, these little tweaks seem alright, and we'll see what they do. And that's that. Now we can talk about Amazon.